Daydream, I fell asleep beneath the flowers for a couple of hours.
Welcome back to Girl on Raw TV. I'm Robin, and today I'm going to show you what I do with my leftover almond pulp, which is the result of the almond milk, which I showed you a few days ago on my blog, how to make it, and I also generally do it between 2 to 3 times a week. So rather than throwing away the pulp in the compost heap, I'm going to show you right now what I do with the leftover pulp. Okay, so here's my Excalibur dehydrator. I've got some tomatoes dehydrating in there at the moment, but this is the almond pulp that has been in the dehydrator for between, I think, 6 to 8 hours on about 110 degrees. You can see here that I've actually spread out all the pulp so that the air can actually flow over it as much as possible, and it's quite crunchy now. So this is where it's going to be really easy to make it into almond flour. You can see here what I've done is I've put a small amount of the almond pulp, which is dehydrated. You need to make sure that it is 100% dry, or else this isn't going to work. Put it in the Vitamix jug. Because you are blending dry ingredients, you want to make sure you don't fill it up any more than that. Now I'd estimate that that's at about the 500 ml mark, maybe a little bit less. So I wouldn't go any more than 500 mils, or else it's just not going to work. So I'll pop the lid on. And we're going to blend this at about 7. And see, it's turned into a flour. Now I just get a butter knife just to make sure there's no lumps all around. Now I'll try to get it as fine as possible, so I might do that for maybe another half a minute. So that's pretty done there. So thanks for joining me so I could show you what to do with your leftover almond pulp. You can also do that with plenty of other nuts and seed pulps. I like almond milk because it has a really mild flavour and it tastes delicious in smoothies. And then I like to turn the almond pulp into almond flour and make it into things like raw macaroons, pizza bases, crackers and raw breads, things like that. So what I do is I keep that pulp then in the freezer ready for when I have a recipe come to light. So maybe in the next week or so I'll show you what I'll make with my almond flour. Thanks, and I'll see you in the kitchen.
On a beautiful day, daydream, I dream of you amid the flowers.